And we are here. There's literally no time for any introduction. You might notice that it's 8:32 and these teams are more than halfway through draft because that is the kind of caliber that we are working with tonight. This is the Low Budget LCS. My name is LaChance. I'm here with Vega. You know what's up. And Vega, what do you think of this draft?
Well, we have Smolder versus Kog'Maw, so this is good. We'll have some time in the early game to talk to each other and catch up, which is nice.
Of course, of course.
But yeah, these teams, very clearly a plan coming in. Triple 80 carry ban.
Jesus.
He was not joking. We heard that he would not be allowed to play the game. Smolder left alive, though, in the draft here. On the other side, we did see a Tristana ban, along with a Graves and a Bard. Both comps fast and furious. Both bot lanes and jungles picked out here in the second phase of the ban. I can say I've never seen a draft go this fast. Because usually one pick happens, then you have a little bit of discussion. You're like, oh, they picked that.
Dude, egg on our face. We came in, smooth as ice, being like, we got time, No, 8:30 on the mark. Draft is live. They're flying through. Bans took, less than a minute. And, God, all right, that Vigar's gone. Oriana's gone. These are prepared teams. They know what they want, and they're getting it, too.
I'm happy to see Viego Hecarim also, because it's two very fun junglers to watch get played.
Yes.
One is a man who's vengeful over his dead wife. One is a horse. Two, very conflicting, narratives there.
Of course. Oh yeah, we don't often consider the great narrative arcs of the lore of the champions, but we should more. That's a great point.
It's a weird thing to think about, and this is really for Lilia and Hecarim. They technically have two rib cages.
What? Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, because like a rib cage on a horse is like, between its, legs. And then it's also got a human torso.
Oh, you're totally
looking
right.
At the picture. Yeah. Weird thing to think about when you fall asleep tonight. We do get a Syndra though.
Hey.
Scaling.
And the Smolder, is this ban-hammered Smolder?
Pre-nerf.
Pre-nerf.
I think Wednesday this week is when it gets the
fuck.
I'm trying to think of a good word for it, but it's going to be significantly changed on Wednesday.
Yes.
Well, I was trying to schedule our game for Thursday. Like, hey, don't you guys want to wait like a day?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Absolutely, just trying to wait out the patch. Victor here.
Do get a Victor. Lots of scaling. Both bot lanes and mid lanes want to scale, want to get to those items. You know what's crazy is both mid laners also both have like some kind of stacking mechanic that upgrades their abilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Malphite. We're just like mirroring comps. The only difference is the Viego and the Hecarim, really. I mean, I guess Braum doesn't have a hook, but he has a thing where he can kind of like reach out and touch you.
Yeah, they're both throwing things, right? One is a, I guess, what is it really? Is it a scythe? It's not a scythe. What are those?
Like
I'm thinking
sickle.
Ninja. It's a sickle. It's a sickle.
Or no. What is that? Yeah, the thing
I'm thinking like a chain and sickle.
One.
Is it like a kusar? Starts with a K, I think.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't know what it's called.
Luffy says, and true scholar says, I'm hooked on Braum's abs. No, it's not Kunai. Kunai's a knight, but listen, we're going to get back to this debate after we have, that's right, we don't get to do this often, but a special double guest tonight because we have these two hallowed organizations. We have got some org leaders here for Panther Corp. You know him, you love him. It's Jack E. Boy, and of course, one of the most feared admin in the realm, Zelius. Both of you, welcome to the desk. We'd love to hear how you guys are feeling about your teams going into this match.
Good morning. I'll let Jack go first.
Wow, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm looking at this draft here, and you know what? I think the boys are gonna do it. They've got like we were talking about. They've got the support. They've got an AD carry. They've got a mid laner, a jungler, and a top laner. So I mean, that's all they need in order to really, crush this, small, no name, only been around for like a couple of season org they're up against here.
Whoa, Zelius, how do you feel about those words?
You know, so on the flip side, right? Jackie Boy's right. He's got an ADC, he's got a jungler, he's got a support. But I keep hearing on these coaching subreddits that it's all about the counter pick. And you know what? I picked my ADC after your ADC. We picked our jungler after your jungler, and we picked our top after your top. So that's 3 counter picks to 2. So like that should be a free win, right?
Yeah. Except, have you considered the fact that we have a dragon on our side, and you have like a little vomiting, messed up puppy?
But have you seen Ornn?
Okay, no,
He's
I
really
have seen
cute.
Ornn. You're making a really good point with that. But have you seen Braum?
I
Those are
didn't
some sexy men.
I didn't realize that we were going into a WWE style sort of I couldn't be happier. This is what I secretly wanted in my heart. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we were talking about this draft just flying by, and it's just there's so many mirroring concepts and counters to each other at the same time. Zelius, we know you were drafting. Here's really what I want to know. What were the words of advice that you gave to your squad before you sent them out on the Rift today?
Yeah, so first thing I would like to touch on, you might have noticed, I like to draft as fast as possible.
Yes.
And it's because my goal is just to make the other team uncomfortable, right? Just putting in the slightest shrivel of doubt on anything and absolutely choking their time allocated to making the smartest decision, I think is valuable, especially when you do like some due diligence to plan ahead and you guess their comp correctly. In terms of words of advice, I said Malphite is pretty much their only reliable hard engage. So as long as all 5 of you don't stand on top of each other and get Malphite ulted, you should be okay. But I will say the team's a little bit of a magnet sometimes, so we might get caught out. I'm not saying it's a win. I'm just saying if they follow this one simple trick, it should be okay.
Dude, doctors hate that one simple trick. Jackie, what'd you say to your boys today?
Well, here's the thing, is that you can pretty much guarantee that they're all going to flock to Linoleum. And so I can pretty much promise you a 5-man Malphite ult at some point in this game. Because, I mean, if you stand next to Linoleum, you're going to get what I'm saying. You'll flock to him too. So I'm basically just trusting that Linoleum is going to magnetize like all of his teammates to him. And then Laser Viking is going to have a field day. And it's just going to be a big old wombo combo.
Well, I don't know if either of you have any kind of drink in hand, but you've both been takes 2 to tangoed for 10 seconds. So if you got a water, if you got a Seltzy near you, feel free to crack that open and take 10 seconds of swigs if you'd like to honor that.
Oh my.
I politely ask LeChance, could you honor that on my behalf? Or
yeah, I got you, buddy.
Make up for it at the end of the stream.
No, I got you, buddy.
I do have an Amsterdam blonde in the fridge Twitch chat, but my own LBLCS matches in 20 minutes. I'm already in some hot water with my team for underperforming last week. So if I'm drinking on stream, it might not be the best showing to re-earn their love and trust.
Listen, that's complete. God damn it! I'm getting okay.
You've been 20 at this point.
I've been 20. Listen,
or
folks.
does it multiply? Are you 100?
No, well, hold on a second. Get that shit out of here, Jackie.
I
Fuck.
think it multiplies.
No. I'm not taking any of that shit from you.
Perhaps it's exponential. It's 1,000.
No. We get it. Hold on a second here. Listen, the reality is I have the alcohol tolerance of a hummingbird, so I drink water on these streams. Lest my delicate system be thrown out of balance. Could I describe myself as a finely tuned aircraft? Yes, but we know that's not true. But I will. I'll definitely listen. I got some great water, fresh, crisp. Papa, I'm gonna chug that H2O just for you, baby. All right. Well, thank both of you so much for joining us on stream, for giving us this kind of insight. You both and your organizations are very special to the low budget LCS, but it's not in name only. It's through the myriad of actions, and you guys are well loved for a great reason. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
I would like one thing to make this series a little spicy.
Hell yeah, man. Pop it off.
So, quick spoiler alert. Jack and I are going on a little trip together. So what I propose to you, Jack, the loser of this series buys the winner of this series a 6-pack of any drink of their choice.
Oh, that's so good.
Deal.
All right.
Signed,
Good luck.
sealed, delivered. You heard it here first. A 6-pack on the line. Oh, I love it. Thanks for adding stakes to this.
You're welcome. I mean, what do we do if not add stakes to things? So, anyways, have a great cast, guys. I'll be wishing my boys luck from my chamber of sleep because I'm an old man and my bedtime is in 30 minutes.
Yes, I love it. Kindred
Beautiful.
spirits. Amazing. All
Have a
right.
great cast, gentlemen. See y'all later.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Oh, God.
Do you want to share your screen?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Hey,
Do you?
by the way, you turned me on to this, to just having people spectate through me, and I did sort of a little jaunt around 3 different casters last week in 3 days. Every single one of them
yeah.
fully converted onto the spectate.
It's just easier.
It's just easy. Did it close out?
There is one flaw to this method.
This is. All right, hold on a second. Just letting my computer catch up. Okay. Now that should work.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, and then does this button work?
Things are looking nice.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Hold on. Yes, okay. We are lit, as the cool kids say. Have you, is there any, like, young kids slang that you're aware of that's like, oh shit, I pressed the wrong button, son of a bitch. Sorry. Sorry, everybody, 1 second.
Let me think. Cool kid lingo. My daughter now wants to 1v1 in Valorant all the time.
Love it.
Oh, we do have a level 1 invade.
Oh,
Hold
we
on.
we
I'll
do.
hold my boomer slang.
We do indeed. Linoleum on the run. You know, a lot of names were mentioned in the pre-jostling between the org owners here. Linoleum's name one of them. And listen, that's just a good work ethic right there. Linoleum backing off, Panther Corps invading, getting in.
I do like that. Oh, fist bump.
You got a fist bump. You got a fist bump.
Something I learned today is if the game is paused at 0 seconds, you can all still press the fist bump button, and then when the game unpauses, it'll go off.
Oh, that's awesome.
I did not know that.
That's a nice little camaraderie. Oh, nice ward. That the Naughty Dogs got off.
Yeah, very good job. Both teams get a little bit of vision here. They should know where the other team is starting. It does help that Linoleum. Oh, he's just using the base to look at his skin. Okay, I was like, is Linoleum basing in bot lane? But yeah, slang that is hip. My daughter forces me to 1v1 her in Valorant, and today I said I'm making a comeback because she always beats me really bad. And she said that's Cap, and I was like, all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cap is one that I've heard, but I do not fully understand all of its, like, the myriad of uses available to it. Oh, God.
I get it, but I don't understand why people say it.
Yes. Yeah, totally. Right. I speak. Okay, we got the
level
level 2
two
right here. KYB Cat gonna land the Braum stun. One more auto's gonna do it. Happy Death is nice. Tosses the hook out, lands on a ram cannon. A trade there. The summoner spell right away. What do you think about that cleanse being used so quick?
I think that cleanse is great because essentially what you're doing here as bot lane is you're trading health, right? You're willing to trade that summoner spell. Same thing as like dropping an ignite on somebody in lane to get them lower in health. It makes it harder to contest the wave. A lot of trading in the top lane, but yeah, see right now it's a lot harder. You're gonna have to eat through the potions. And I just realized Linoleum, a little bit of a mental slip, does not have items.
Oh my God, he doesn't have items. Oh
why he was
God.
made-
Oh shit. Right off the bat, Laser Viking, first blood going to overheated. This is truly incredible. We did not notice that Linoleum doesn't have items, but I got to say, Vega, if there's anybody who can make it through with a no item run, it's Linoleum, and I just have to choose to believe that this is he's stunting on him. This is a choice.
He's like, I just want to buy full items in this game. Only full item challenge, no component. Gonna base and buy that first item outright. And so far, I mean, a CS lead. in decent shape. Gotta get this base off. Very nice. Doesn't have a Dorn, so we'll be able to buy something. We'll see what they end up doing with it. But yeah, I think both of us got lulled to sleep a little bit by the tanks hitting each other on top, and we forget that Ornn is an assassin engaged support tank mage brawler. And gets that kill onto the Malphite.
Truly, it is every role in the game. Blue Moon Jelly being collapsed on right here. That's the scatter of the week that's going to go down. Here it is. Dallying Pig doesn't connect with the CC. A good flash. And Blue Moon Jelly, very calm, cool, collected, makes it to safety.
There it is. Somebody with the copy pasta. Perfect.
Yes, Ornn, the Mage, Death Knight, Paladin, Hunter, Rogue, Warrior, Enchanter, Tank, Bruiser, Warlock, Priest, Assassin, Gunslinger, Druid, Necromancer. Uh-oh, here it is. Run it back. You get the flash into it. Whoa, great scout of the week and a great dip, duck, and dodge here. But Blue Moon Jelly only has so much health, and that is going to be a kill going over to Dallying Pig.
Yeah, it's one of the best things about Braum is even if you miss the Q, as long as you get an auto attack onto an enemy champion, if they're flashless, all the auto attacks from your allies will end up getting that stun, and they end up doing it. Does have TP, we'll get back, won't miss a lot of this farm. Hook does land!
Yes, it does, and the exhaust goes off as well. They're getting those autos in, but I don't know that they have the damage to take Ram Cannon out just yet.
No, it does escape there, but is significantly lower. Braum did have to hang around here in mid a little bit longer. Just making sure that that wave could get pushed in. But looks like Victor actually going to stick around, try and get a little bit more gold here. But yeah, good pressure bot lane. Let's Kog'Maw Thresh get up into that river with the pressure. Contests a little bit of vision there. Braum going to try and get some of that back, but pretty spicy early game so far. We're knotted up in gold.
Yeah, very tied up here. The dragon is live. I gotta say, I love the repeat gank. Mid blowing a flash only means something. Hold on. A little bit nervous here if Ornn's gonna
Me too.
take out 50% of his health all of a sudden. But, you know, that's great, right? Blowing a flash only means anything at all if you go back and, you know, commit to your plan. And they did, and they got the kill. And Blue Moon Jelly had a beautiful sidestep. Ornn coming in here, Laser Viking, looking quite low. A couple more autos, maybe some abilities, but no, they will make it out.
Hecarim is lurking in this bot lane.
Uh-oh, 2 Ribcage Hecarim coming down. It's Ty, gonna get that charge onto the Braum, who, yes, stand behind me, but there it is. Happy Death gets the kill. Get that kill on through. Listen, they deserve it. Supports work hard too.
Items too. Yeah, Thresh needs items too. As I tell myself in solo queue when I use my Lulu E to steal another kill. But yeah, that is going to secure the dragon. They do pick up the kill there. They force the Smolder off into another base there. It's going to pick up the Sheen, and we'll secure a dragon for them. A nice early lead here. And when you're playing these scaling picks like the Kog'Maw, the Syndra, getting some of this early pressure can be so good. Ornn, a pretty good spot top lane right now. But the inverse is also true, right? The Victor and the Smolder aren't getting pushed off their farm very much. Malphite keeping up top lane despite giving the kill away. And both teams probably, at this point in the game, are looking and saying, okay. We're totally in our comfort zone.
Yeah, absolutely. These teams are moving fast and hard on objectives and ganks. It really feels like we've got some clearly defined game plans that are being put into effect immediately here. Look at Braum invading, dropping these wards. This, you know, KYB Cat has spent very little time in lane.
Yeah, very good. I like seeing Braum get around the map, do things like this for multiple reasons. For one, you're also giving solo EXP over to your Smolder. Getting those extra levels can help get some of those abilities leveled up, a little bit of extra damage, things like that. They're easier to spam. They are going to look at top here. I don't think this will get much.
Probably not great. Unstoppable from overheated, and, you know, that's exactly why it's hard to gank this guy.
Yeah, and this is important too, because for a lot of times this is almost like I'll call it a mental health gank, because what you're really doing here is giving Malphite a free base, right?
Yes.
You want to gank this lane because Malphite doesn't have teleport right now. You don't want to have to use it to come back to lane when it's up. He comes up, he puts a little damage on, says, hey, I'm here, you got to back up. And now Malphite gets to go back to base for free and spend his money. Very good job. Really like that from Daily there.
100%. Mucker6727 said, oh, did y'all hear about the Ornn train skin? Is that real? Is there going to be...
It is real.
Oh my god. I'm so excited. I just assumed the ult is a train.
Yeah, it is. He's a conductor. I think he puts a sign up with his Q. He like choo-choos and dashes at it. His back animation is him on a tiny train going through a little portal. It's very nice.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, sick. I might actually buy that. I don't really play Ornn. I should probably cool my jets on that, but that sounds sick as hell.
If I were gonna have an Ornn skin, that's definitely gonna be the one. It was Disco Ornn. I think Disco was like the default go-to for a while. Maybe Elderwood. People like Elderwood. We see Braum in mid again.
Yeah, this guy is all over the place, and, you know, we see that level difference. Okay, Happy Death walking up here. It's Ty here, too. Blue Moon Jelly, very nice hook from Happy Death right here. They're just going to try and log up KYB Cat. Who's going to get that kill? It's Ty. Gets it, puts it in their pocket. They're probably pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, one problem with the roaming there is a lot of times your bot lane can get pushed in, and then that gives, you know, credence to Thresh to roam up, and they do a good job. Support jungle working together to pick up that kill there. At 3-1, the gold's still relatively tight in this game. Smolder doing an excellent job farming in the 1v2 right now, but do you see some of this pressure starting to, you know, make use on the map? Ooh.
Blue Moon Jelly,
trade.
very smooth right there, right? They know the combo, they know how to pull it off. Just have to say, Zelius obviously has a, oh, hold on, Linoleum. No, they've got the lantern, but there it is, the flash from Dallying Pig, and Blue Moon Jelly in a little bit of trouble right there, and there it is! The Viego gets it, but another hook lands into the bot lane, there's the cleanse, auto attacks coming through, Braum standing behind me, Linoleum at about half health there, there's the Braum passive, Ram Cannon so low, can they do it? Happy Death gets another kill, probably pretty happy about that as KYB Cat continues to fight, because why the hell not?
Yeah, beautiful job there, forcing on the 2v2, and they play mid. Daily gets an insane engage on the Blue Moon Jelly, so both teams making great plays around the map. We see Hecarim hovering towards the bot side here, just ensuring they can push this wave in, that there's not going to be any punish for it. Meanwhile, top lane, one of the unfortunate things about playing Malphite into another tank is you're really just waiting for the team fight phase, right? You're really just like, okay, let's hang on until I get to press R on the 5 people.
But, you know, got a little bit of a CS lead.
Yeah.
Not in a horrible place at all. Laser Viking doing their job quite well.
Definitely. And one good thing about playing Malphite is even, you know, you get a CS lead, you feel extra good about it, right? Because your job isn't really even to, like, win the 1v1. So anything like that is a huge bonus for you, right? Because you ultimately, you don't worry about the Ornn that much. You're saying, I just want to get to a team fight, I want to ult the Kog'Maw, I want to ult the Syndra, and then let my team pop off and make those big plays on top of the people I'm ulting, right? And if you have a CS lead in the tank matchup, that's huge for you.
Right.
As we do have both teams 4 strong on the top side.
Yes, indeed. Flay, a hook going out, just pushing them off. Yeah, I mean, on spawn, right? They need these grubs. Panther Core got the first 3, and you really don't want them to get the next 3. Okay, Happy Death in a little bit of trouble right there. The lantern going to be thrown out, but no one to take it as It's Ty is actually going to be able to knock their way through as Ornn comes down. Gets KYB Cat knocked up. A teleport coming in right here. Blue Moon Jelly holding themselves back. It's Laser Viking, maybe looking for a shining moment as Overheated forced to be on the run. Can't really 1v4 despite the tank assassin's stats of Ornn. And that last grub is going to go down. Ty is going to get it and just run off into the mist. Viego actually makes it over the wall. If CC connects, Ty could be in trouble right here.
Ooh,
nice minion
Mr. President
block.
minion.
Yes, absolutely. Diving in front of him. But look at that. Just like that. 4-4 and tied up on grubs.
Woo! Speaking of Mr. President minions, both teams being
dedicated.
Yeah, look, yeah, both teams also not up the gold lead. 4-4 in kills. The grubs are tied up. The gold is tied up. We're right back into a very close game here, as both teams fighting around those grubs very well. I do say Daily doing a really good job finding the resets, right? They're doing a very good job in fights, being decisive on getting a target down immediately, getting that reset for Viego and letting him kind of go off in the fights. And I do think letting Smolder sit alone in this side lane ends up being really good. The scaling's so good for it. You can see the health difference. Smolder has a few more tools than Kog'Maw in the 1v1 to make a play.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh,
maybe getting a little bit sandwiched. Absolutely, Mom is called. Linoleum right in the center of it, and that's going to be the target. Doesn't make the flash over the wall. They are going to go down, but Braum's going to be the one that gets that kill. And now Viego inhabiting the body of that Kog'Maw. And they've got range on range on range. That was an important pick right before this dragon. I don't think that they're going to go for it just yet. That was just sort of to push them off.
Yeah, looks like they're just gonna contest vision here, push them off a little bit on the dragon. Looks like they want to get back mid, pick that wave up, get some more gold onto the Smolder here, which is fine. I think, you know, not forcing around this. You're both scaling comps, so both teams probably have a little bit of that feeling of, oh, okay. We don't have to, you know, press the gas too hard early here, but Viego in a spot.
Speaking of pressing the gas hard, right? It's like fight into fight into fight.
Immediately, I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Actually, they just want to fight.
Well, let's just take a quick look as Dragon's getting started up. Gold-wise, both the ADCs look like Smolder's got about a 200 gold lead. It looks like this is just going to go over to the Naughty Dogs. And stack-wise, Ram Cannon's at 89 stacks.
Okay, so doing okay right now. You know, feeling it. Malphite getting a little bit of alone time. Looks like on that top tower right now, so Ornn walk down to make sure it's secured. So the gold swinging back a little bit. Right now, the name of the game, I believe, is going to be around the Viego. When the Viego has setup and things like that, the name of the game for the other team is denying that Viego the reset, making sure that they're able to burst him out before the fight starts. For the other side, it's getting Viego that first reset, right? At least until the Smolders, you know, at the orbital ion cannon stage.
Totally. And to expand on that, Lil Dear Lilia says mountain map with scaling ADCs. That is going to feel good. And yeah.
Yes.
Who do you think has, I mean, like, obviously Smolder has legendary scaling at this point, right? It's been a very popular topic of discourse in League of Legends communities, how strong this champion is. Does Kog'Maw stand a chance in compare? Is it just like you think Smolder's just going to win in this composition, or what hopes does Naughty Dogs have in the late game?
I do think one of Smolder's main weaknesses is the range, right? Smolder isn't an insanely high range champion, and you know, if you're ever able to get on to Smolder, you can burst Smolder down. Kog'Maw has, you know, using the W, has really high range, is able to hit from huge distances. But what I think is going to be the X factor in this game is we do see a gank top. I'll pause.
Yes, we do. Overheated, going to be connected with quite a lot of CC abilities, but has almost full health. That's going to be the Ornhorn being called down to half health, but very nice Malphite ult at the exact right moment. That allows them to take it out, but Braum going to pick up their second kill of the game.
Yeah, very nice there. Good timing and great Malphite ult to deny the use of that Ornn ult to get out of that gank. They are going to pick up the first tower of the game here. You see a little bit of a push mid from the Hecker. But yeah, like I was saying, I think the X factor is going to be the Braum, because Braum has the ability to set himself up in these fights to block the Syndra R, to block a lot of the Kog'Maw damage. You know, a lot of tools that would be used, you know, in a front-to-back fight that both of these comps want. Nice Rift Herald usage here.
Yeah, totally. Big momentum play, right? Taking a tower into that Rift Herald charge. Ty's gonna come up. Just gonna go back. Oh,
looks like
wow.
they are just gonna back up there. They do get the mid tower during that also, which a lot of people say the mid tower is probably one of the most important early towers to take. It takes away a lot of that safety of rotation in between objectives. You know, it kind of collapses the vision in on that middle part of the map. So I'm sure that they will take that as a trade there. But I imagine this next dragon fight is going to be very explosive, as both teams are starting to hit those item break points on a lot of champions. Shadowflame first on Victor. I'm not up to date on the Victor builds, but can't say I've seen it before, as I played Victor like 3 years ago the last time.
Yeah, I similarly don't know what the business is. Maybe somebody in chat has a thought on that. Blue Moon Jelly's going to cover this bot lane, let Linoleum go back, grab that. That's going to be the first completed item for this Kog'Maw. Going to be able to come back, do a little damage. Look at Thresh here. Gonna run up
on an angle.
Ooh, throwing the lantern out.
I like it even as a threat, right? Even if Hecarim doesn't end up taking it, just be like, hey, you got to back up. There could be somebody taking this. There could be someone on the other end of this lantern.
It's a great bit. It's a great bait. It's just the sign of the Thresh that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and we got about a minute and a half on this dragon spawn. I wonder if they're going to give... I thought Kog'Maw was passing towards the blue buff for a second.
Right.
Oh, Thresh is walking into this, though.
Absolutely. Linoleum has to make a decision right here if they're going to fight into this. That's Laser Viking who's going to be showing up too. It's Ty trying to knock them back right here, right? A teleport going to come through the Ornhorn being called. That's going to be a hit. Linoleum's going to get a kill right there. Blue Moon Jelly coming up as well. Laser Viking, the last one left, is going to use the Malphite ult to escape. It's Ty not going to press the issue as the team... Oh, I thought Happy Death was going to land that one right there. As the team has now bought themselves some breathing room. Everyone will respawn before this dragon, but that's the kind of momentum you want going into a fight like this.
Absolutely. It looks like they just thought they would be able to burst out a little bit faster than they did. Their great teleport in from the Ornn. It is 30 seconds. They will have everyone back up, and they did not invest the flash on Smolder there. If anything happens beforehand...
Great dodge.
See, they are 4 strong on the bot side here.
Yeah, they're just going to knock this tower over, which is honestly a great idea. This is going to be the second one to go down. Oh, Happy Death throwing a hook out. Linoleum's got to be extra careful here. Right, obviously, these two ADCs have huge targets on their back. Ram Cannon and Linoleum have their work cut out for them when it comes to dodging abilities. Dallying Pig, here we go. Right into a potential Dragon team fight right here. Just going to go invisible. Might consider the steal, but it looks like, well, they're actually going to pull it out. It actually kind of worked. They bought a little bit more time on this objective because they don't want it to get taken.
Yeah, no TP on the Ornn there also means Malphite is going to get some free pressure on that top side. They opt to just push away, but it isn't soul point, so they're kind of opting for the gold play right now. They're saying, okay, we don't have the right setup. We don't have the right things we need for this. Got to be very careful here.
Yeah, Happy Death going for the hook. A teleport coming in. This person's got to be confident. It is going to be Laser Viking. Oh, those autos starting to do some work from Kog'Maw.
Yeah, the Blade of the Rune King on the line now will start to chip through that front line pretty quickly. Diego being a little bit cheeky here, smiting away.
Yeah, you might as well.
Ah, you're there, you know, you might as well.
Oh, shit, there it is, the flash over the wall, Laser Viking over the cheeky play right there. His mom is called across the bow, and that is going to be a quick and easy double kill right there. Oh, but its tie is going to come. That's the Ornhorn being called too. They're not done. They don't want to let this. Oh, and a great scatter of the week right into a Hecarimult, and the tides have turned as Laser Viking gets taken down now. The fight's not done just yet. Ram Cannons got to find their way out of there, but the movement ability was not on cooldown. Its tie's going to get that kill, and punch into counter punch. These teams are here to play.
Yeah, and it looked like they made, I mean, just an excellent play to Malphite all over the wall into so many abilities. The Achu on top of them. But then, you know, they didn't have any tools left, and great recognition by the Hecarimult's tie to come in and turn that fight on its head right there. And immediately afterwards, we see a punch back and a tier 2 going down. During all that, Victor gets the tier 1 bot. So yet again, we've got a 400 gold difference.
Yeah, I gotta say, ooh, Blue Moon Jelly. Whoa, starting to do some damage, huh?
Oh, yeah, the scaling is fully online now.
I think both those teams should be really, honestly happy with how that turned out.
Yeah.
Big ups from Laser Viking. I loved the positioning. I kind of only saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was looking at a different part of the screen, and then just the flash into the ult, just really committed to it. And I mean, that's the kind of plays you want to see out of your Malphite.
Exactly, and the Syndra farming, so it actually just fell off as I was going to make this point, but Syndra did have a bounty for her CS. Already on 2 completed items. Darkseal's got 2 stacks on it, the tier 2 boots. Very strong on that Syndra, as you pointed out. Scaling fully online. Victor pushing bot lane, going to catch a little bit of farm himself there. Does have the teleport up. Boggs will be very strong on that, but notably, Kog'Maw has gotten some kills on him, and that's important. The Smolder hasn't been able to get any kills on yet. Hasn't been accelerated with that gold yet, whereas the Kog'Maw nearing that second item. We should see the mid tower go down here. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's get a quick peek here at Ram Cannon's 157 stacks going into 21 minutes. Oh shit, Boggs, there it is. That's the full combo from Blue Moon Jelly. What a play right there.
Yeah, if you're ever alone right now.
Oh, but right into another team fight right now. That's going to be Hecarimult being used onto the backline as Ram Cannon is pushed back. Happy Death doing what they can, but that's a low health bar. Linoleum weaving in these auto attacks, but there it is. 3 people grouped up. Laser Viking saw the moment. They took the opportunity. Ornhorn doesn't connect with anybody just yet. There it is. But Blue Moon Jelly roamed down from the bot lane, still ready to fight. 4 people have died so far. Oh, Laser Viking in some trouble right here. There's the slow, and from downtown, Blue Moon's going to get that kill. Wow. How on earth did Naughty Dogs turn that a 3-man Malphite ult? That usually means death.
Yeah, they just didn't quite have the burst left over. They don't have the Victor there. It's really only the damage from the Smolder, who's not quite 2 items yet. Smolder just not quite able to burst through in time there. It gets so close, but notably, like we said, the Viego gets bursted instantly. And we said that's the win con, right? Get the Viego out of the fight instantly. Don't let Viego get resets, and it happens. It's a big shutdown. It's going to lead to a top tower, but 1 minute on that Dragon Soul, that's going to be the big crux point of this game, I think.
Yeah, and we're looking at the biggest gold lead that's been in the game so far, which is like 1,500 gold right now. Is that even right? Can I do math? It's like 1,000 gold? It's like 1,000 gold.
Something.
It's something.
I believe you.
All do math. We can all do math. It's fine. Is that Baron being started up? Is that Baron being started up by Panther Corp Sentinels right now? Oh, these...
It is.
Oh, this series is gonna be awesome! God damn it, these teams just will not quit going after objectives doggedly. And here we go.
Know.
Oh, yes, they do know. Naughty Dog's coming in, but that's a choke point. You got to be careful of where's your front line. Here it is, overheated, walking in. It's Ty going for it, but blue team is going to get it. They rush it down. There's not even a fight for it. What a good play from Panther Corp.
Yeah, beautiful Braum out there just to seal the entrance, but the Dragon Soul is 8 seconds now, and everybody's on a base. They have to find a way to stall or give this. It looks like they might. I mean, Viego can go for a hero steal on it, but this is going to go down very fast with the Kog'Maw.
They're on the run. Scatter of the Week's down, though. You got to consider that. That's one more moment of CC that's not there, and Dally and Pig going to go over the wall. 4,000 health. They're just going to turn on to the Viego. They kill the Viego. There's Bomb being called. Can they get it? They do grab the Dragon. That's going to be Soul, and now they turn to fight. 5v4. What can they find here? That's the Ornhorn Gold. Oh, nice. Only gets one target. Laser Viking, though. Double stun on the Scatter of the Week. A hook from Happy Death, of course. Flaying him back. It's Laser Viking, though. It's the tank, but can he take everybody all at once? Oh my god, that last auto attack falls, and now it's Ty. Doesn't want this fight to end as KYB Cat forced to jump to Boggs right here. They're in a choke point, but a double CC from the Blue Moon Jelly there with the Scatter of the Week, and that will finally be the end of it. Soul for Baron, back to back.
Yes, and the Dragon went down to 24 health on that. So close to being another crazy play there, but they do get the Soul for the Baron. So right now, if you're on the side of Panther Corp, you got to get as much as you can out of this, right? You have to push as much as possible. They do have the Soul that will ever last through this Baron right now. Can we get a stack check on the Smolder?
Yes, of course.
Where are we right now?
188 stacks on the Smolder. You know, in the neighborhood, right? What is it? 225 is what we need?
225 is the break point. So nearing that. That's going to be hopefully, they're probably hoping that the Baron stalls them to that, right? Because one thing about Smolder is items are important and gold is important, but what's really important is the stacks.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Getting to that mini Elder buff. That's what that's the whole thing that is, you know, has earned Smolder this reputation. Is when they turn on at 225 stacks, and that is a little bit of a timer. We'll have to see how this turns out. This is easily one of the most popping off games I've seen in a hot minute. This is a best of 3, folks. We're in game 1. These guys are giving us everything right away.
Yeah, big playoff implications for this game too.
Yes.
Both teams vying for seeding. Both currently, if the season ended today, would be in playoffs. Vying for that playoff seeding in Commercial A. Both have done very well so far this season, and this game is living up to it. It looks like a playoff game already.
Absolutely. Oh, look at that hook! Happy Death! Oh my god, he lands it on the Viego, and that's a pick right there for Blue Moon Jelly, just slurping up another kill. Hot diggity dog damn.
So very
Look at Malphite. Look at Malphite in the top lane. Going for another hook, nothing connects right there. Boggs has to back off. We've got some good wave clear here in the Smolder and the Victor.
Sandra does invest the ult in that to get the flash, but definitely will take that trade.
Yes. Oh, Ram Cannon, I think if they had capitalized there, maybe they could have gotten Ram Cannon. But the real deal is in 3 minutes. Okay.
Oh.
Hook onto Braum. This is KYB Cat. Good jump to Boggs right here.
My
We're in a choke point. Scatter of the Week's down. Those are some key abilities gone. But Ram Cannon goes to catch this wave, because in 3 minutes, the real Elder shows up. 212 stacks on the Smolder in spitting distance. They're definitely waiting for this fight. We could be seeing the game-ending fight in the next handful of minutes. Gold-wise, still pretty close.
Very close. Both teams stalling out 10 sacks Dark Seal on the Syndra. So very strong at this point in the game. They are just perusing around the map, trying to maintain the control of this topside jungle, maintain the vision control in here, making it unsafe to walk in here. Malphite try and clear his waves. We do see right now Ornn adding more ornaments to the inventory.
Yes, indeed. Getting him off here. Dallying Pig around the corner. Happy Death has been on point with these hooks. Blue Moon Jelly with these Scatter the Weeks have been absolutely massive. There's another one landing on the Laser Moon Viking. That's a lot of people chunked up right there. That's a hook onto Dowling Pig. That's going to be a Hecarim ult over the wall right there. That's Mom being called. That's Ornhorn being called as well. Laser Viking goes down. That's the Malphite done. You see the ticking. You've got the Smolder passive live now, but it's just not enough at this point as the coordinated push from Naughty Dogs nets another tower.
Yeah, and I feel like Naughty Dogs has done one of the best jobs of constantly being the aggressor, of making it hard to use these Malphite ults, the Braum ults, things like that, because they're having to use them reactively constantly. That time, Malphite, didn't have a good angle. The Mountain Soul makes it hard. There's not as many juicy targets. There's not as many people you can go for freely in this. But now we do have the Baron spawning in 45 seconds. Elder in a minute and a half. We do have Smolder on the breakpoint, but the item breakpoint's on the other side. Death Cap on the Syndra finish now. Any who are stunned, be weary. She can about pop any champion on the enemy team right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Kog'Maw getting that ornament onto the Guinsoo's Rage Blade, sitting on those 3 items, grabbed a dagger. They've got finished boots. 54 seconds until Elder. And let's just confirm, we saw it. Yeah, we're at 236 stacks on the Smolder, so the final passive is live. Oh, that's a flash forward. That's going to be onto Ram Cannon right there. There's the cleanse used and the Syndra ult used as well, but Ram Cannon survives, and a couple of important tools used to try and pick them, but to no avail.
Yeah, the question is, can Ram Cannon get back in time? Will not have cleanse, will not have the flash. They're going to start this Baron up, and Kog'Maw does shred this Baron.
Yes, they do. They're going to push onto it. 4v5 right here. They've got him in the choke point. They're trying to determine if they actually turn this into a fight, but they're actually going to start running down towards Elder. They want the inside track, and I got to say, Vega, I agree. Baron is nice, but right now, Elder is everything. Look at this trap!
Oh, they're
being
big.
hold! Absolutely! Okay, something connects onto Ty. They're going to go, and that's the Malphite ult right there. That's Mom being called across the bow. Look at the health bars dropping! That's the Ram Cannon passive being coming into effect right there. Ty going forward into the backline. Braum is actually going to block the Orn ult. That's a double kill. Ram Cannon, 75% health. This is what they fought for. That's the double. That's the triple kill. Ram Cannon keeping the hopes of Panther Corp alive tonight.
Smolder is smoldering right now. Very good fight. Great job baiting that push. They're able to get a great engagement. Syndra alive is going to deter them right now from the Elder Dragon. Notably, though, a lot of shutdowns gotten there. A lot of money back into their pocket. Got to be careful here. That Syndra does have the ultimate available. But if they wanted to look for something, they are on the map. Malphite ult about... Oh, my goodness. That's Syndra Q. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of tools up right now. They don't have the Malphite ult. They don't have the Braum ult. But an absolutely amazing fight there. Getting the Baron off multiple people.
Yeah, absolutely. And just another punch and counter punch. And truly inspired from Panther Corp, right? To stay in that bush. They don't get blinded by the objective. They stay in the bush and they pull off the fight. And just a massive ult from Laser Viking. I forgot to say this earlier, but... whatever happens, Jackie Boy was right. There was that 3-man ult earlier. They did just group up around Linoleum. So well played. Across the board with predictions. I mean, yeah, 5K gold difference. You've got the soul, right? Obviously, Naughty Dogs has a lot of power on the map right now, but we just saw Panther Corp win a fight.
Absolutely. They won the fight, and now back to the scene of the crime here.
Orn on the other side of the map. Okay, this is the teleport coming in.
TP.
Laser Viking does have Malphite ult. Lots of tools on the table. This is Elder down to have health. Overheated gonna walk in. Look at the Hecarim onto the backline, trying to find Ram Cannon. That's gonna be the Mom ult being called in. That's Hecarim gone right away right there. Overheated. Now the target in the front line. Ornhorn being called right there. They're gonna get the double knockup. The Hecarim is down, but the fight is not over yet. Happy Death going quite low. Oh, a lot of people with this Elder passive could go down. Overheated. Gonna be next. They're gonna keep fighting. That's Overheated going down in the end. Ram Cannon still alive, but with such little health right here. Linoleum just trying to get a kill in the back end, and Elder's gonna reset, getting a lot of health back, goes back to full, but they're gonna go right to it. Ram Cannon maybe can poke them
Victor
off.
has TP.
Victor's got teleport. They've got to do something about this. You can't let them take this Elder. He's letting him know that they're in the neighborhood. Blue Moon Jelly ready to scatter the weak over the wall, but the question is the call just to let him have it? The call is just to let him have it, and they will have it on 3 members. Oh my god. This is...
What a game.
What a game. They've got Elder. They've got Elder, and every instinct and every bone of every League of Legends player says you have Elder. That's the tool to end the game. But there's just been so many, like, turns to these team fights. I just find myself asking if Panther Core can withstand this.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. There's a big timer right now, and we've seen how willing Nighthawks is to push the waves here. Look at this damage. You got to be careful. A Cinderol could almost execute you with that Elder.
100%. I mean, that's the thing, is like, even just Syndra ulting Smolder, I mean, that could 100-0 them right there.
Smolder does finish the LDR and has made their way from 0-3 to 5-3 now with those stacks finished. And one good thing here is that there is no Baron right now on them. They can clear the waves away. Deathcap finish on Victor. The wave clears very good there, nearing level 18 on that pick. They just have to weather the storm that is the Elder, which should carry, I think, almost exactly into a Baron start here. They're doing a good job spreading. The Ornn bot going to be trying to pick up more gold. They are in a very big point of power, but the game is far from over right now.
Right. I mean, the reality is a single hook or scatter of the week ends the fight right away. So it's all about that. There's the hook onto Victor, but they don't go onto Boggs. And actually, Ram Cannon drops the ult right there. That's a... Oh my god, wait a second. Linoleum goes down to half health. Huge pop of damage from that Smolder.
Smolder hurts. And that's the worry, right? When you don't have the Baron, you don't have the ability to just free stack and push the waves, right? You still have to walk up under safety there, and if the scout of the week doesn't land, they don't have a ton of tools.
That is true. The tower's gonna fall, but they're backing off. God, I wish we had a timer on the Elder passive.
I know.
Like a literal countdown.
There we go. Yeah,
it's almost gone.
I wish it. It's a little bit too high budget for us, I suppose.
That is a little bit too high budget. Vega, they did it. They withstood Elder. They have nothing to fear now. All they have to do is continue to scale. Like,
well, I wouldn't say they have nothing to fear.
Not nothing to fear.
6 items Syndra. There is a 6 items. But yeah, no, you're right. They withheld. They lost 1 tower, which is a base turret, worth the least amount of gold. Honestly, you're probably feeling great about that, because that could feel like a game-ending fight when something like that happens, but they managed to hold on. They are nearly 4 items on the Smolder. Plenty of stacks here.
yes.
Victor has that death cap, does deal damage.
Yes.
And all it takes is one Malphite into a Viego reset with some of those executes on top of it, and a fight can end very fast. I think they have to find a way onto the Syndra. They have to find a way to get the Syndra out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And they're just starting... They're ripping through this Baron. That's going to be, oh my god, the massive damage from Blue Moon Jelly. Godlike is the perfect description for that Syndra right now, as Victor is 100%, 100-0. That's going to be the Smolder ult going across the bow, but red team is going to secure that. A huge scat of the week. That's on everybody right there. The Ornhorn's going to get cold, but the damage is here, and they're just going to follow up easily as Ram Cannon has to go on the run right there. Dallying Pig doing everything they can, doing a really good job of retreating in as good an order as possible. But Ram Cannon is going to be one of 2 to survive, looks like. And did I say survive? I meant killed. On the back end of that, they've got Baron. They're pushing in. Vega, this could be it.
To end, I think.
Oh, boy, did I caster curse them, huh? Jesus Christ. My bad, y'all. Whoops. Whoops-a-day. Laser Viking taking the... Oh, a flash away. And here it is. Naughty Dogs. They just break down the base, and they take game 1.
What a game. I mean, Naughty Dogs just all gas, no brakes in that game. I love their willingness to just start objectives and force fights around them. So good.
Yeah, that was... every moment of that game was just a certified banger. I'm so excited to see what these teams bring into the rest of this series. If you watch that last game, you know we've got a certified banger on our hands here. And just look at the Syndra damage. Syndra's the one who dealt the most damage in the game. Hot Damn.
Ooh. Yeah, Syndra was dealing some absolute damage in that game. And I think really good play to just find those angles to harass, to get picks and things like that, but also staying safe, right? There was never really good angles, even in the fights where it looked like Naughty Dog was on the losing end of it. You know, Syndra was always the safe one. Syndra was always the one positioning herself in great position. And Bloom and Jelly right there, I mean, if we had to pick a Game 1 MVP, it's hard not to pick the Syndra.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bloom and Jelly would be my pick for sure from the Naughty Dogs. And then I think on Panther Corps Sentinels, I think you got to toss it Ram Cannon's way. Definitely that triple kill as they were running to Elder right there kept them in the game for a good while longer. Linoleum's in chat right now talking to us about his secret strat of not buying starting items.
I knew it. We knew it was on purpose. We
knew
secretly that it was on purpose.
Yeah.
A strat as old as time.
A strat as old as time. So much. Welcome back.
You shoot me an invite.
Oh yes, of course.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Also, welcome back, Richard Arlson. I remember you from last week. Such a distinct name. I love it. I forget.
Welcome back, Richard.
We had a bit for them. I can't remember. I think, was it Street Side Reporter Richard Arlson?
That's really good. That's really good.
They just sound like a news correspondent, right?
And we're going to throw over to Richard.
Toss it to Richard. Richard bringing us the weather here. He's down in Port-au-Prince as a hurricane rolls.
Port-au-Prince.
We've determined.
Really good. It's good.
Oh shit. Okay, all right, wait. I forgot how fucking fast these guys draft. I gotta make sure that. Oh, did they switch sides? Oh, they didn't. Bless their hearts. Bless their heart. Oh, I gotta give them money out too. Vega, did you bet on that one?
I did not. I was all wrapped up in all the trash talk.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Or the friendly banter.
Yeah, truly, we don't
Friendly banter.
really.
No trash talk.
Yeah, we don't tolerate people being mean to each other in this community, but a good amount, a good dose of friendly trash talk between people who know each other, you know, nothing better. Marshmallow, what's up? How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream, to an incredible matchup between Naughty Dogs and Panther Corps Sentinels going into Game 2. Naughty Dogs is up by 1, but Panther Corps have the chance to punch back as we get on into draft here for Game 2.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
That was art.
I was possessed. Naughty Dogs won. I'm completing the prediction.
Yes. Also make really good video games, or they used to.
Yeah, wait, what was there?
Was Naughty Dog's Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, were they
Naughty
Fallout?
Dog.
No.
I mean, The Last of Us.
Oh, yes. I have never played it, but I watched a friend of mine play it.
Jack and Daxter, The Last of Us, Uncharted.
Oh, I have played some of the Uncharted games.
Oh, their bans are done. Okay.
Jesus
So
Christ.
what has changed? The Smolder ban subbed in after that game. Looks like they opted to go Smolder instead of the Ash. Ooh, first pick Jax.
Okay. Some new
What
tech
if
in the
this-
game.
This could be a flex here. It could be jungle or top. To see where this ends up going here. The Hecarim ban also comes through. What was that subbed out? That was subbed out for the Bard. So the Bard is on the table. The Ash is on the table. A couple different picks. The Kog'Maw obviously still around. Naughty Dogs opt into it. Looks like they're going to go to the Lucian. Talk about flipping your play style. They keep the Thresh, though. The Thresh was very good in Game 1. I like that pick. A lot of timely hooks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, happy death. I mean, what a name, first of all.
Outstanding name.
But just great hooks all around.
I do like it. We'll see what they choose to pick into the Lucian Thresh. I do think very aggressive bot lane plays get a lot of prio. You want to stack dragons, etc. I think Xayah. I do like Xayah a lot into that. Any type of engage, trying to fight you all the time. Xayah is normally pretty good at his questions. Do they pick the Rakan to go with it? Do they opt for something else?
Yes, we have been seeing a good amount of Xayah Rakans for good reason.
Yeah, and Rakan, I almost like the Rakan better than the Xayah side right now. But oh, there it is.
Hey.
Rakan's just very, very nice. A lot of tools, especially with Xayah. You know, the bonus E distance and things like that gives you a lot of safety. Your ability to go in and get back to your AD carry to still peel is very nice.
Totally.
And yeah, Lucian Thresh is a lane that if it falls behind can be susceptible to ganks. Rakan one of the best at setting it up. Still don't know if the Jax is going top or jungle here, which is nice. That's why you love picking something like that early in the draft. It gives you a lot of flexibility. And the Viego headed over to the Naughty Dogs this game.
Absolutely. Not upset to get that. They're trading that Hecarim out, of course, banned, so they gotta find something else to fit into that slot. And I think Viego does a good job of that.
Yeah, and we do get the LeChance ban, the Vigar removed.
Make sure I
Will
don't
never
play
be
it.
allowed again. Circling my calendar for week 7 to remind myself.
I'm so excited to play against you guys.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So like, I was like, oh, okay, you could never have that again.
Yep, that's fair. I did it to myself.
Is there anything more flattering than that, though?
It's so flattering.
Pop off on something and people be like, whoa,
It's
can't let that person have it anymore.
It's great, and it's one of those things where it's like, all right, no need to practice that. No need to practice that. Or maybe it's all a bit. Maybe I am always practicing in the background.
There's a second account.
Second account.
Love Vigar.
I'm Vigar player, Vigar lover.
We should give a shout out to Overheated here. Great Ornn game.
Yes.
Game 1. And there's something about top laners who have major impacts on tanks. It's like a different breed of person.
Yes,
It's like
it's a great
the
way to
strongest
say it.
mental on earth. We do see also, it is the I'm assuming it's going to be Sion top, Jax jungle. The Victor back in the mid lane.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, and I really like right now Naughty Dog's comp setup because you have a bot lane that's very aggressive. It's able to like dip in, do a lot of bursts, set up the Viego. You have good scaling in the Ornn, and perfect. What you would want is something like an Ahri to pair with the Viego, something that's going to dive in, get the burst onto a single target, get that reset, and then one thing I like a lot is having the Thresh with the Viego. So if he all-ins to get a reset, you always have the Lantern to bring it back. You're able to make a lot of different plays with that. Very good. But on the flip side, you also have very good comp. Very good late game scaling on the Xayah and the Victor. It's very hard to get to the Xayah with the enemy comp. The Jax obviously scales very well, can gank very well. And if Sion becomes extremely tanky, there's not a lot of tools to punch through a Sion if he gets to that mega tank status.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, depending on what you think of all of these things here, you now can put your money where your mouth is because predictions are live for game 2. I saw some people say after game 1 that they didn't get to bet, but now we're telling you that this is your chance to do it now. Put those schmeckles on the line, double, triple, quadruple your money, and you'll find your way to fruition here. Blue Moon Jelly, no longer on the Syndra, on this Ahri, still kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Blue Moon Jelly's just kind of got that mentality. It's, playmaking a lot of the time, and Ahri's a champion that, kind of tends herself to that. I love having Ahri back in the meta, feeling, one of those champions is just really fun to watch. Excited to see Blue Moon Jelly on this, but also excited just to see the bot lane matchup again, to see that 2v2 in the bot that was so explosive last game. Well, I say 2v2, I really mean 1v1 in the 4v4 that's happening on the rest of the map, and this is why you wait also to bet, guys. See, now the odds are so good.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hold on a second.
I gotta get my return here. This team went up 1-0.
Dude, I don't know that I've seen this that often. Yeah, nobody betting on the Naughty Dogs. It's 10,000 specials to 2,000.
I mean, normally I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll be the Panther Corp better.
Right.
I believe in them in a game 2.
Oh, shit.
But, I mean, I can't turn down a 5-1 return.
Okay, it did just jump up.
Someone ruined it.
Well, it's our fault. We turned the spotlight on. So.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah. Someone was like, wait, 5-1 odds.
Yeah. Yep. Hot damn. Yeah, Zelius is not drafting right now. Zelius is in a League of Legends game. He's playing his LBLCS match.
Do you think it's coincidence that the draft completely shifted to like an early game proactive comp away from a scaling? We'll see. We'll see the result. We'll see what happens.
We will. We will.
Zelius could say, if they lose game 2, Zelius has the benefit of saying, see, you gotta listen to me in draft.
Exactly. Lachlan Live, yes, he did draft game 1. Fastest drafter in the West.
Definitely.
I think the whole thing was done start to finish in under 5 minutes.
The first 3 picks, I mean, both teams deserve credit because it really was just back and forth. They both clearly had a plan for what they wanted to draft.
Yeah, that's a super noticeable shift in themes.
Yeah, I just very excited to see this game. Yet again, we have a lot of tools for action in this game. The Thresh, the Rakan, the Jax, the Viego, the Ahri. So many tools for things to happen in this game. Should see lots. I thought last game was going to be a little bit of a quiet for the first 10 minutes, and it turned out to be an absolute bloodbath the entire game. So hopefully we get another one of those.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that, and I got to say there's a lot of tools to suggest that will happen in this game. I'm just looking at these. There's just a lot of fighting options.
We do get our brief intermission here.
Yeah, Vega, which of these compositions calls to you? Do you think anybody came out on top? Do you think it's more just they just went in different directions, or do you think someone's got a clear advantage here?
I tend to lean towards proactivity, so I'm going to lean towards the Naughty Dogs comp here. I like teams that kind of take and we saw Naughty Dogs do this in game 1. Even with the scaling comp, they kind of tend to be the team trying to dictate the pace, being the aggressor, starting the objectives, making you be the one to fight with them. So I'm going to lean towards there, but I see how both comps could have success, right? You see the path forward for both comps here, which I think is important. They both have clear identities. It's just a question of, this game, they're not waiting on the smolder stacks for the side of Panther Core. Mm-hmm. That sometimes can free you up. Because sometimes when you play a comp with something like a smolder or something where you're trying to get to a certain breakpoint, you tend to get too sucked into that strategy as opposed to kind of like playing your own game. So I think that maybe the Zyrakan, tends to give them a little bit more playmaking. It's harder on the Braum to make like big, engage plays and things like that. So the Rakan leans a little bit more to that. So that does excite me.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, you don't have the scaling this time on the side of Naughty Dog. So if this game goes in a similar fashion where it's even until about 30 minutes, it does, lean more towards Panther Core.
Yeah, and they probably took that into account as well, I'm guessing. But yeah, I mean, we're just gonna see a lot of action again. I'm guessing it's gonna be all around these objectives. Not a single objective went untaken or uncontested in all of game 1. So yeah, the teams are ready to fight.
Yeah, and you love that attitude. 2 teams know how big this game is, know how big the implications are for playoffs and things like that. Looking to fight each other, not shying away from the moment at all. Should be a very exciting game here. How did the betting end up looking at the end here? Naughty Dog 75%. Okay.
All right. Well, it did end up switching.
All right. This is why you wait. This is why I should have waited.
Right, and sniped it at the last second. I mean, it was 0 for, a minute.
Yeah, it was. For a while, I was like, okay, I'll wait it. It's 10,000 to nothing. I feel pretty confident betting my measly 1K in.
Yo, have you seen The Gentleman on Netflix?
No, I have not.
All right. If anyone's
talk to me about it.
Okay, all right. So it's a Guy Ritchie television
I'm already
show.
Interested. Yeah.
And I'm really trying to figure out if it's good. I'm enjoying it. I like it. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I'm 6 episodes in, and it's, you know, the whole thing shot in the Guy Ritchie style, but it's, you know, it's about this Duke that comes home, inherits a illegal situation, and then gets up to a bunch of like English gangster shit, which is just inherently entertaining. But I can't tell if it's good or if I'm just like hypnotized by the Guy Ritchie style of doing things, which I enjoy. And so I was curious if you've seen it. But if you do see it, I'd love to know what you think of it. Similarly, if anyone's watched it in chat, let me know if you like it or not. But I haven't run into anyone who's watched this show yet.
No one's. I will check it out. I will 100% check it out and tell you what I think about it.
Excellent. It's like 8-hour long. Okay, Mucker likes it. All right. Okay.
And not everything you enjoy has to be good.
No. Okay. Lachlan Live. Is that the one that Matthew McConaughey is in? No. But this is also why I'm like, it's the exact same idea. It's the literal exact. It is that movie, but if it was a TV show, essentially.
Okay.
And I enjoyed that movie. And you're right. That is an important point, Vega. Not everything you like has to be good.
I like a lot of trash.
Nice.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just watched. You know, I've gotten really into racing.
Yes.
Over the last
yes.
year. I'm aggressively into racing now.
Yes, you are.
By the way, this week my 34-inch curved monitor came in that I mounted to my racing sim.
Oh my god.
So that now it's like full almost immersion.
Dude, please send some pictures of your rig.
I will do that. I'll post some in the Discord. But I watched the Netflix did like Drive to Survive is like the F1 show.
Right.
But they did like a NASCAR version of it.
Oh.
And it has some interesting music choices. For instance, I'm not going to spoil what happens in the show, but you know, sports shows always have like a build up to like a championship thing. At the end, when whoever wins, they start playing My Chemical Romance, and I was like, I would not have thought. Oh, we do.
Speaking of My Romance, or the Romance of the Ages, is we've got the Rakan coming in. Going for the knock-up right there, but not able to land it quite, in a trade of health that I think is radically in favor of Naughty Dogs at the moment.
Yeah, Naughty Dog's really going to like that. We do see both teams going to use those pots there. Key here is Rakan. One of the sneaky things about Rakan that people don't realize is how well he sustains in lane once he gets his Q. Especially into melee supports, is that a lot of times you can take these kind of awkward trades, and as long as you get to that level 3, we do see he missed the EXP. It's going to be level 1 right now. That only matters if they abuse it.
Right. And they might think that he's level 2 in that bush.
Exactly. They may not know. And most people would probably assume, like, oh, hey, bot lane's level 2 now.
Dude, Laser Viking enjoying being on this Scion, not being, like, at 25% health right now. Oh. So slick. So slick.
Getting tested. Oh, that's good poke from the Xayah there.
I can't not address this. Mucker just said, you one of them solo leveling anime fans who haven't read the manhwa. Listen, punk.
I read the whole thing.
Listen, you fucking punk.
Listen, you punk. I read so much.
Who do you think you're talking to up here?
Me and LeChance are probably the two most reading.
We have read
and manhwa in our community.
You are someone who almost every time we talk about something is like, oh yeah, no, I've read all of that. I've read every single chapter that there is available. Okay, we gotta fight, break it up. Down here in the bot lane, Happy Death, very nice play. He's gonna get both of them. Ram Cannon's got the exhaust down onto him. That's the flash forward. They found Ram Cannon and they find first blood as well. A good flash from the Rakan. KYB Cat dodging that hook.
Beautiful job. The aggressive lane gets that first blood. So important. They get it onto the Viego. Also, they want to snowball that. They want to get that rolling quickly there. And they are able to get that gold over there. Jax is going to pad towards the top here, see if he can find anything in return. Very good job there. They also get all the sums, Sands the Ignite, off of that bot lane. So important to do that. We do have Jax
Dallying.
here in the top.
Yeah, we got double ganks going off right here. Dallying Pig. Oh, they go unstoppable, but the stun actually still comes through. Must have gotten it on the very last tick of it. Dallying Pig gonna dive in, take 2 turret shots. Oh.
Gets a little bit spicy there, but all over the map again. Fighting. Big thing now is no sums against the Lucian. This isn't the Kog'Maw. Lucian Thresh can punish very hard. You don't have summoners. They have a lot of tools to get on top, and looks like they are going to push this wave in and take the base. Spend some of their riches that they've acquired here. The rest of the map, pretty much even. Farm across the map in good shape here.
Oh, James the Pig coming in with an educational fact. Ornn W does not stop stuns from happening. Only displacements / knockups. Thank you, James the Pig. Thank you for misfrizzling us with knowledge. Which
Yeah, circle back to our previous.
Yeah.
I even read out of spite.
Yeah, when you hate something, Bog's in a lot of trouble.
Ooh, nice trade there. Does have the teleport, so should be able to return here. Scion on a little trip. He is a lumberjack, so, you know, perusing the map for trees.
Dude, Blue Moon Jelly wants this. There's the charm. They've landed. They've got the Q as well, but there it is. The dash forward. Blue Moon Jelly, just a hunter, a murderer out there. But for the life of Victor, Shelby traded the dragon. And as I say it, I cast or curse them because everyone else is going to show up. That is going to be blue team getting it. But now the fight is going to pop off. Linoleum in the perfect spot to get these autos off over the wall. That's going to be Viego going in. It's Ty. Who are they? There's the Xayah. The flash over the wall. KYB Cat has got to dash, but they don't have the cooldowns, and they do go down 4-0 so far. 6 minutes in.
Yeah, they get the dragon, but at what cost? Their Ornn also not having to invest the teleport. They're staying in top lane, pushing to crash this wave. Sion does have TP, should be able to collect the wave. But all things coming up, Naughty Dog stands the dragon there. Yeah, poor Rakan, a bird trapped in a cage.
Brutal.
The dragon pit.
Beautiful imagery. Also, James the Pig going on to... Oh, a little bit of a knock-up. Okay. He's
a little bit trading.
He's leveled down right now. He wants that level 6. Ornn unlikely to ult on him, though, at the moment.
Yeah, looks like they're just content right now just to farm Ornn, trying to be annoying, hitting him whenever he can, displacing that Q, not letting Sion do his fun thing, stack the Q up maximum and delete the wave.
Right.
All Ornn enjoyers, favorite thing on Earth. We do have the grub started. Thresh is roamed here. Rakan's still in the bot lane, so it should be a grub secure. And it is, as I say that.
Yes, indeed. The Grubberment has been formed. Jax might be in some trouble. Oh, Rakan just gonna go on and harass. There's a hook over the wall. Dallying Pig is gonna get caught in the jump, but a great jump. Hold on a second. They've just got to dodge this. Oh, but overheated. Not able to make the connection right there. Laser Viking doing everything they can. Actually, maybe gonna get that kill. A great turn and a shutdown there. Beautiful. Blue Moon Jelly in some trouble themselves, but they'll just dash on through and pick up that kill.
I mean, even though that's a 2-for-1, Laser Viking, what a play to get that kill.
Yeah, that was massive. What, he got level 6 like right away, ults them under tower, gets the last auto with his passive.
They are going to look here in mid. There is no ult on the Ahri, so this should... Ooh!
There's a hook once again from Happy Death. The flash forward, the charm does not connect, but they're going to drop the Victor ult too. Maybe you can get a kill in response, and if not for that exhaust, I do think Blue Moon would go down.
Yeah, so close there. One more Q comes off cooldown there. That's a kill, but... Beautiful play there by Happy Death to pick that one up. And right now, Naughty Dog pressing the gas and not letting up in this game at all.
Absolutely. So what do we think Panther Corp has to do to get back in the fight here? Because game 1 was, you know, a laser thin distance between both of these teams for essentially the entire game. And we've seen a much larger lead come out in the early game here for Naughty Dogs.
I think the biggest thing is vision, right? Vision is ultimately, and I know, you know, every coach says the same thing, but vision is the way you get to see where the aggressive plays are going. You get to kind of track, you know, what the game plan is for the person you're playing against. So right now, a lot of times, it feels like Panther Corp's getting caught on, you know, rotations they're not seeing and things like that. So they have to make, you know, a conceded effort to contest that vision. You want to see a few more pink wards in the inventory, clearing out some of the safe routes right now that Naughty Dogs is using to make these plays, because you're still very much in this game. You still have a lot of tools scaling. You still have a lot of things you're going to be able to play around later in this game. You just need to slow the game down right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of vision, clearing out a little bit right there with the use of that pink. About minute 20 left till the next dragon arrives. But this Viego and Ari are going to be able to produce so much pressure, so much damage. You can't help but think that the next objective is just going to go the way of wherever they show up.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of having that aggressive bot lane and in getting ahead, right? They're able to push, and that lets Ari Viego have so much free roam. You know, they know that Rakan's not, you know, roaming around to counter their plays. They're the stronger 2v2 in the mid jungle. As long as their bot lane has that push, it's so hard to make plays on other people on the map.
Right. Absolutely.
Did you see the infinite battle of the tanks here?
Oh, yeah, of course. If only we could harness it for energy, we would have perpetual motion devices. It would be beautiful. Look at this death brush. I do like this play. I'm always a big fan of a cheeky death brush. They know they're coming to this objective.
I do like that, but it's also really smart of Panther Corp to just rotate out through the bot together. That's something you tell people all the time. It's like, hey, when you're contesting vision, you want to walk together through places, you know, that you know are safe right now. And do end up being able to find a safe route in here. The worry is, how do they get Victor over to this with them?
Right. Yeah, Rakan is just the perfect little scout to throw out there. And wow, this dragon is just going to get burned down, so much damage, but they are going to contest. Here it is, the Rakan. Ult's going to go in onto the back line. He actually gets a massive one right there. Boggs over the wall, not able to do it. Ram Cannon exhausted here. KYB Cat on the run as well. There's the Xayah ult. If she can get it back, if she can pull it back, that's going to be so much damage, but the E just isn't there.
Resh ends up picking up, and you saw the potential of what could have been.
Yes.
An absolutely insane play there.
Yeah,
Biggest issue, they couldn't get Victor into the fight. They weren't able to find that angle, and that's good play from Naughty Dogs, pushing in that mid, making Victor catch it, and it makes that disjointed rotation over, right?
No, absolutely. Yeah. You almost there's another world where Victor is walked over, you know, to the side of the dragon pit, and Xayah's, you know, got that E, and just because they were set up perfectly for her to rip those feathers back.
Absolutely, and you see how close a fight can be, but another one going Naughty Dog's way. They're in the driver's seat right now, up a game, in control of this game too. Gold in the right places. The Viego very strong now. The Ari very strong, and Ornn left to his devices in top lane, just like you'd like him to be.
Absolutely.
No pressure there, scaling away.
Yeah, CS after CS, and you know, Sion's not too far behind here, but 6 grubs for Naughty Dogs. We talked about them having a slightly earlier game pressure in this draft, and we're seeing it come into play. And I mean, they've gotten this far. They know they've got to keep the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, now pretty much anytime you leave someone alone with a tower, there's a threat of them dealing a ton of damage to it. And I will say, grubs tend to be, even though they are really good with like aggressive comps, they tend to be really good with people split pushing, right? Whenever someone gets any alone time in a side lane. So I think honestly, there's not a lot of times I think that this comp is going to have people in the side lane alone outside of maybe the Ari. The Ornn is, but Ornn's not really, you know, what you'd call a split pusher.
Yeah.
I do think though, if you're on the side of Panther Corp right now, you're saying, okay, we get the grubs up, but that's okay. Like this, their comp wants to group, right? Their comp wants to, you know, we're the ones with the Jax and the Victor and like these more side lane champions. So, you know, we just need to scale. We just need to get to 2 items on our Xayah Victor, and, you know, we can win the 4v4, right? We can blow some of these people up. It's just getting there. That is always, you know, the hard part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I mean, it's a lot of kills have been traded over. It's 4,000 gold. It's not the end of the world quite yet. It's Ty, though, trying to add a little bit more. Very nice. You love to see Sion ult uses in this game. Oh, Boggs. Okay, hold on. Here's a knockup. Dallying Pig really going for it, but not able to get that stun off right there. And there's the ult too, but a hook is going to land onto Ram Cannon, pull them in as Lucian drops the ult right there, and Linoleum starts to pick a second target. That's going to be a low health Lucian, though. Pops the shield right there. KYB Cat going to have to go on the retreat. Almost pulling it together down there, but Linoleum just able to slip out of their grasps.
So close there, and see the tools, you see how it could be used. That's the only worry if you use the Xayah ult aggressively, is that once you land, that's all the tools, you know, out of the proverbial bird basket.
The bird basket that we all carry around.
Yes. Nest would be a better word.
Yeah. No, don't double back. We commit to bird basket.
In my head, that is what I said. I was like, yeah, you know.
Oh, Laser Viking going right into the bird basket right there. He's got his passive, though. He's going to finish CSing.
You all know.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
We are at a big breakpoint in the game. I think the good news is that one of the early dragons did get snagged by Panther Corp, so they don't have to worry about the immediate engage onto, like, you know, fighting over a soul at 25 minutes or anything like that. The game is, you know, they have room for it to stall out right now, right?
Truly.
The trouble is going to be they have to maintain being able to farm during all of this, right? They have to maintain getting resources, and they do have their first items on 2 of their carries. That is a big deal. Getting to that is very important.
Great charm from Blue Jelly.
Blue Moon Jelly has been outstanding in this series.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna, like, I had a whole thing. Oh, walking up, though. Let's see if the caster curse is in full effect, as we have absolutely brought everybody to the mid lane once again. But, oh, an ult away. Able to slip out of our clutches. Yeah, Ari, an extremely slippery champion.
Yeah, Blue Moon Jelly. I'm not going to say an extremely slippery person, because I don't know them personally like that. But looking that way in game.
Dallying Pig, very nice flash from Overheated, dodging the CC. They're going to call the Ornhorn right there. There it is, the double knockup, KYB Cat. I'm loving all these roams, though, and that's both of them knocked up. They do get the kill. Dallying Pig, really great play there, gets the kill. They are going to trade their life for it, but at this point, going even is a win, and that's going to be Dragon going over as well.
Yeah, I think you definitely take that trade. It's going to be the Dragon over. Only the second, though. I think you're probably fine with that. The Rift Herald is going to be summoned, though. That should be the mid tower going down there. Big cooldown, and constantly Happy Death just positioning forward, looking for those hooks, looking to find another target. So very good in this game.
Yeah, that would earn a ban from me for sure, and nobody saw the flash there. I won't draw any attention to it. Blue Moon Jelly gets a charm. Onto Laser Viking here. That's a half health Ari. Looking a little tasty.
Yeah, that's the big game of chicken, right? Sion's charging up the Q. When do you throw the charm? Do you throw it early? You know, what if he lets the Q go right as I'm throwing the charm? But beautiful timing there. Laser Viking getting harassed by this small fox. Will return to the woods.
Yes,
as the lumberjack he is.
Zelius, I don't think you heard me. Nobody saw the flash. So I really don't know what your comments in reference to.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Ty was on Raptors and flashed.
Oh no! It didn't happen. We didn't see it.
It didn't happen.
I really didn't see it, but I was trying to just be like further your joke by saying I really didn't see it. But then when you said it, I was like, oh, I actually did not see that.
I felt compelled to tell you the truth.
Thank you.
Listen.
The fact that you would never lie to me is important.
I would never. I'm very comfortable, guys. Oh shit! The charm coming in. Laser Viking in some trouble right here as they connect with all the CC in the world. But you forgot about the pig. Dallying Pig, not dallying at all. As they come in, they're going for its tie, but they just can't make it. It's too many people, too many walls of CC. The exhaust as well, and the Linoleum actually moving to cut them off as well. That was so close. That was so good. They got the double stun.
It feels like they're playing with 10 people.
I know, they're absolutely everywhere. Bog's gonna get taken down next as Happy Death. Looks like they avoid the ticking time bomb of that.
Oh my goodness.
Hot damn. You're talking about Blue Moon Jelly being slippery. My mind just sort of filled in fish, like into, like jellyfish, and I had a whole thing that I was going to go on about that they were a jellyfish, and then I just read their name a little closer, realized
Blue Moon Jellyfish.
no fish at all. Just makes sense. That's a tower going down. A fight's going to potentially break out here. KYB Cat, that's the Ornhorn getting called. That's the charm.
Nice.
Oh, so good with the charm. Dashes out. Really good play from Rakan.
Very good play of the Rakan. They're interrupting the Ornal. They get the tower, get that gold they need. And like we said, they're trying to get to those second items, right? Just get those items onto your carries to where if there is a mistake, if there's an overdive somewhere, if there's any kind of too aggressive of a play, you can punish it.
100%. Dallying Pig just cruising through their jungle.
Baron is on the map now.
Oh, it is. It is an option. And when you're feeling this strong, Naughty Dogs probably are going to consider it a little more seriously as something they could take. Over just a trade. Just a trade up in the top lane, but notably, went in. Oh, KYB Cat. Let's see if they can great escape. A happy death hook always lands, and there's the lantern over the wall. Rakan on the run, looking for Laser Viking to go to. Very nice dash to them, actually.
Oh!
Wait a second, making it out. Massive play from Rakan. Sion ulting to get a little bit of distance. What a masterful escape.
He is like a bird. He will fly away, and Rakan gets out of 5 people. Absolutely. And I thought for a second that was going to be Sion and Rakan in trouble with how that looked, but beautiful job using the tools there. They do leave a little bit of map pressure. Oh, every time a hook goes out, I'm like, Happy Death has been so good with these hooks this game. I'm assuming it's going to snap to a person.
Just terrifying. Very frightening. I'm sorry you're having connection issues. I don't think that's anything we can fix on this end. Maybe try restarting it if you can hear me at all. Not your computer, just reload the Twitch page. Sometimes that works for me. Yeah, Dragon's up and they're just gonna devour it.
Yeah, they're gonna look for it. I do like this trade. I don't think going. Oh, I'm sure they will get the trade. But I don't think you have to fight at this dragon yet, right? You're not at that power point yet. You need those 2 items on both your carries. And ultimately, like, the Kimtech trick is nice. Obviously, you never want to give away free dragons.
Right.
But it's definitely not worth, giving away kills for right now. And you're definitely not in a power spot where you want to fight this, right? Oh, we could see a big fight here, though.
Yes, indeed. Dallying Pig looking for a target. That's going to be Linoleum. They're going to drop everything on him. They're going to try and burst this ADC. Threshold being dropped out as well. There's some obstacles, but look at Blue Moon Jelly. Keep your eyes on that Ahri. Dip, duck, and dashing around as they just cut through the lines, and Boggs getting cut off here by its tie, as that is going to be Sion ulting to safety. But 3 for nothing as they turn on to Baron.
Yeah, that should be the free Baron here. Naughty Dogs in this game, not giving the free candy, very good job responding to the play. Top lane, it took a little bit to develop. They weren't quite ready with the wave, and Naughty Dogs immediately commits to countering that play, and you see a little bit of the wallet difference there as they smack him over the head with it. And that's going to be a Baron and map pressure over to Naughty Dogs right now as they are in full control of this game.
I gotta say, I do know, obviously, Panther Corp behind, but I do like that they've been trying to make things happen.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're just not content to they're not content to do nothing, and I like a team like that. Just
the only way an enemy team makes a mistake is if you push them into making one, right? So when you're in a situation like this, the best thing you can do is look for a play, right? You're looking to find, hey, maybe if they don't commit everybody top there, maybe you get a free kill or 2, and you're back in like a manageable position. I mean, it doesn't work out, but you only know that if you try it, right? You only know that play didn't work out.
Oh, another charm lands. God, that one was blind right there. KYB Cat doing a good job dropping some shields down this tower. Not long for that world. They've got the Baron buff. They've got the 6 grubs. They've got 3 dragons. Happy Death looking for an angle here as they push into this mid lane. The tower down to less than half health as KYB Cat goes in, gets a massive charm. That's going to be a pretty good knockup right there. But Dallying Pig, sorry, a stun from the Jax right there. But is it enough as they're still very full health bars and Ram Cannon doing everything they can to make it back to the tower? They get smited and taken down by Ty right there. Dallying Pig comes in, another burst of damage, but just so much money on the side of Naughty Dogs as they continue to push forward. That's 3 down. Ornn teleporting in. They're committing to this. They want this to be the last play of the game. Overheated, rushing in. They know they've got the Baron buff. All these grubs doing grubs work right here. Blue Moon Jelly going quite low, taking some turret shots, avoiding that Victor ult, but Victor now out of the fight, and now a front-to-back fight continues as Laser Viking just taken down in a charm into a hook. They want to stop that passive for as much as possible, and it's just Rakan left alone. But that will actually be enough to push them off as Xayah has respawned and is back on the map and can collect some of these minions.
Yeah, and one thing we talked about Naughty Dogs does really well is they set their Viego up, right? They look for picks, they immediately burst that person down, get the Viego the reset, and continue the team fight after that. They've done a very good job of that this game. But Panther Corp holds on at the Nexus turrets. They will not go quietly into the night. They do pick up another kill. We do see second item for Xayah, second item for Sion. They're nearing some of those breakpoints. It does, you know, they are behind, but there's always a chance. One team fighting those shutdowns. You know, you can't just go quietly and let them take your Nexus turret. So right now, expect Naughty Dogs to push this advantage through the bot lane, to push that side of the map. Dragon's the next objective. They want to set their vision up on that side of that. Panther Corp just trying to strangle any gold out of the map they can right now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know, salt the earth. That's the plan, and they are just going to it right there as Viego even feels empowered enough to try and stop 3 people from taking a tower. It is going to go down. They're going to pull back. We've got Dragon up in a minute. The question is, will we get there? Panther Corp doing everything they can to hold on, to buy some time, to look for opportunities. They've got plenty of triggers to pull. And they've actually got enough burst damage to take people down. Like, look at this play right. Boggs coming out. Oh, but the hook lands. Once again, Happy Death is just on top of it all the time. And that's massive. So much going into it. But the health bars of Naughty Dogs are still looking pretty healthy, even though Linoleum goes down. It's a 1 for 2 so far as the fight is going to continue to pop off. But Blue Moon Jelly is full health as they get a double kill. And it is just the Sion left. Double kills for Viego. Double kills for Blue Moon. And Ty can just tank it as the rest of the team marches into the base, and Naughty Dogs is going to make this a 2-0 on the night.
Yeah, that was probably their best look at a fight so far in the game. They do manage to burst solution, but there's just too many items on the side of Naughty Dogs. Naughty Dogs wins the decisive game 2. They're going to pick up the second win and move to 2-0 this week.
Absolutely. God. Hot.
Woo.
Damn. 2 absolutely wild matches here. I gotta give. What do you think about game 2 there? Who would you give the MVP to on the side of Naughty Dogs?
You know, I'm not trying to oust him. I was gonna say it's Ty, but that flash at Braves. I'm kidding. It's Ty or Blue Moon Jelly, both again. Kind of the focal point of the game, right? So many rotations, so many times being around the map where the action's happening. I'd like to see Blue Moon Jelly's scoreline for the series. Absolutely outstanding performance. Deathless, I believe, in game 2, right?
Yeah, 10-0 and 12. That's a pretty good one. Viego, you want to do a quick interview? We'll do a question apiece.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. At Naughty Dogs and your chosen champion to. Now my I would also soft pitch, not even soft pitch. I just say Happy Death.
Happy Death had a really good series.
Dude, the hooks on this guy. I mean, obviously, you know, what is he? This is an 80% hit rate. Like, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, every time he threw one, I was tensing up like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah, and yeah, just so many connected. Just a great game from them. And they're
Getting
sending Happy Death. Oh, this is
Happy
great.
Death.
This is awesome. All right, Happy Death. Just find your way into the community voice channel, and we will pull you kicking and screaming into casting on air. I go to communities. Linoleum can't be talking to us. If this is miscommunication, it is of the highest and most delicious order. Okay, here's Happy Death. Bringing them on. Folks at home, welcome to the cast. Happy Death, you will recognize them from their absolutely death-defying thresh hooks and lanterns in Game 1 and Game 2. Happy, congrats on this series.
Thank you.
So we're each going to ask you one question.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm going to throw a baby question at you first that won't count. So you play Thresh a lot?
Yeah, this is actually my main. So I kind of just pray every game they let Thresh slip through the bans. The whole point of the name of Happy Death is just like the opposite of Mad Life, you know, like the Thresh player.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah, so anytime we're just able to get Thresh, I'm just the happiest guy on the team, I think.
Oh, that's great.
So
I love that.
Everybody.
All right, so here's my real question. Game 1. You're ready. You all are wearing your uniforms. You've done your warm up. You've done your stretches. You guys have prepared and planned all day. You make it to lane and you turn to your trusted partner, a player whom you've grown to love and care for, and you've clearly got so much synergy for. And
Linoleum, my goat.
And there are no items in his pocket. Now, was it for real? That was a real plan, or was that a whoopsie daisy?
No, that's a little bit of a whoopsie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We got to lane. We did the 5-point, just waiting. Got to lane, looked at chat or looked at the team, and he just didn't have anything. But I mean, at that point, minions are at first tower, and there's just no point. We were thinking of him backing and then just letting me get solo XP for a bit, so when he comes back, I can just be a little overpowered. But which happened in a scrim once before, or in like when we were playing flex or something.
Wait, that Linoleum didn't buy items?
Great. No, he didn't connect to the game.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was left in lane by myself, and it actually turned out really good.
Awesome.
Like whenever he got back, yeah. But no, that's a little bit of a whoopsie. But I mean, at that point, when you still got the 500 gold, and then the wave's right there, just play safe, take what you can get, and then back on better items.
Awesome. Okay, my question is a little bit more from the outside angle. So game 1, Zelius is there to draft for you, right?
Yeah.
Does he leave you with the draft for game 2, or were you guys like, all right, Zelius isn't here, we're playing Lucian Thresh and fighting in the lane all the time?
Yeah, basically. He contributes to the first draft most of the time, and then if he's still there or not, we kind of get the sense of like what to do after game 1. So we're usually good with sticking with the bans regardless. Like we all come up with the bans like all on our own. With the help of Zelius, but mainly we just rather find things we don't want to play against, or like find the strong champions. Like for Ram Cannon, for example, for this series, he's insane on Misfortune, and he's got good games on Jhin and Ashe as well. So just to make it easier on us, just banning those 3 out. That's pretty simple. Game 1, we were expecting the Smolder, so the cog was just for that.
Sure.
But when Zelius was gone, game 2, it was just us thinking like, okay, so they don't have Smolder now. What are we gonna pick that'll make like each of us feel comfortable playing a game with?
Right.
So I think they picked Jax first during second draft. So we weren't gonna make Linoleum go on Kog'Maw again, because just a mobile ADC versus a Jax doesn't sound like a lot of fun. So for the most part, we try to not stay the same, but we all have our own little comfort champions that we just try to mold in wherever we can.
Awesome. That's really great. That's awesome to hear.
And it usually works out pretty well. Like we haven't really had any bad situations with getting on comfort champs. The poor Ty gets so many targeted bans. Like this guy will never be allowed to. This is like one of the few series where he's been allowed Hecarim. Like Hecarim's always an insta ban for us.
He was
Or
clearly
for
very
anything.
happy on
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten the chance to play that in a while.
Well,
so it was a good moment for everybody.
Happy Death, thank you so much for joining us up on here. Is there anything else you want to say to the fans out there, to the stream, anything at all before we let you go tonight?
I just want to say thank you for having us, guys. Thank you for streaming the games. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll look for more entertaining games in the future.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, have a good rest of your night, man.
All right, guys, have a good night.
That was Happy Death, once again, the support for Naughty Dogs. Nice guy.
Very nice guy. Very good Thresh player.
Very good Thresh player. Yeah, I'm gonna be remembering that for a while. Well, Vega, this has been a blast, as always. Is there anything you'd like to say, to toss out there?
No, just thanks again to both teams. Great games tonight. Thanks to our wonderful community for turning out again on a Monday night, spending the night with us here. And thank you to my amazing, talented co-caster for yet again streaming for us, providing us with amazing play-by-play.
My genuine pleasure. And now we are going to raid someone, but we have a lot of people who we normally raid are online right now. So I'm gonna roll a d6
Yes.
from my Warhammer 40k dice. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. We're gonna do 1 is Travis Gafford, 2 is Blue Otter League, 3 is T-Pain, 4 is Titan Esports, and 5 is gonna be Captain Flowers. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're throwing T-Pain in there because
You gotta throw T-Pain.
you gotta throw T-Pain in there. All right, and 6 is a reroll. Here we go. Here we go, baby. That's a 1. We're going over to Travis Gafford. I would have had the raid screen set up if I was a more organized gentleman. But I'm not.
No one knows, unless you tell us. I guess they know now, but they didn't know.
And they will forget because Travis Gafford is going to distract them with such good entertainment. All right, well, we're going to go because we're going to go do other things.
It's true.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.